A storm rages across the vast plains, mirroring the turbulent chaos of the human mind. Like wild horses, our senses pull our consciousness into 1,000 different directions every day. In the heart of Kurukshetra, a warrior sits frozen, gripped by the weight of uncertainty. The deafening roar of war fades as Arjuna turns toward the divine for absolute clarity. Lord Krishna, the eternal charioteer, speaks wisdom into the silence of that heavy, tense moment. Peace is not the absence of war, but the mastery of one's own internal domain. Verse 61 offers the secret key to unlocking the power of a perfectly steady mind. Krishna teaches that having restrained the senses, one should sit steadfast and intent on me. The world presents a banquet of distractions, but the wise soul chooses a different path. To restrain the senses is to reclaim the throne of your own consciousness from chaos. You are the master of your gates, yet you allow them to swing open wide. Krishna tells us to anchor our fluttering mind firmly upon the presence of the divine. Focusing on Krishna transforms the flickering flame of intellect into a steady, brilliant, constant light. This is the first true invitation to meditate directly upon the supreme form of Krishna. Steady wisdom emerges only when the turbulent senses have been brought into complete, silent alignment. Think of your mind as a lantern. When the wind stops, the flame becomes motionless. Sanskrit whispers the truth. The one whose senses are controlled possesses an unshakable inner core. The key word here is restraint, a deliberate choice to look inward instead of looking outward. We often mistake the hunger of the senses for the true needs of our soul. By fixing the mind on the divine, we transcend the fickle nature of the world. The senses are like rivers flowing toward the ocean of worldly desire and transient pleasure. Krishna is the ocean that satisfies every drop of longing within the human spirit today. When you sit intent on him, the pull of the external world begins to vanish. This meditation is not an escape from reality, but an entry into a higher reality. Steady wisdom means that joy and sorrow no longer dictate the rhythm of your life. You become the observer rather than the victim of your own chaotic, sensory-driven impulses. Lord Krishna provides the strategy for every soul lost in the battlefield of daily life. Control the senses to regain the clarity that was always hidden deep within your heart. The practice requires patience, for the senses will rebel against this new, quiet, divine order. Yet each moment spent in meditation on the divine is a victory for the soul. Arjuna represents us all, standing at the edge of despair, needing the light of guidance. Krishna represents the infinite wisdom that resides beyond the noise of our current external struggles. Fixing the mind is an act of supreme surrender, giving up control to gain everything. When your senses are under control, you reflect the peace of the divine within yourself. Wisdom is not a collection of facts, but a state of being perfectly, eternally balanced. Modern life keeps us running, but the Gita invites us to simply sit and breathe. Stop the pursuit of fleeting sensations and turn your gaze toward the eternal, unchanging truth. Krishna is the destination of the mind, the sanctuary for the weary, wandering human soul. Breath by breath, let the external world melt away into the background of your consciousness. Steadfastness is the fruit of a mind that has found its anchor in the divine. The wisdom that comes from this practice is radiant, ancient, and entirely your own inheritance. Feel the power of stillness radiating from the center of your being into the universe. It is a silent dialogue between the finite self and the infinite Lord of all. When the mind is focused, the world loses its power to distract or to hurt. This is the essence of the Gita, to live in the world without being affected. Sit in the quiet space where the noise of the battlefield cannot reach your soul. You are the master of your senses, not their slave, once you claim this power. The path is simple, but the journey demands a relentless, loving devotion to the truth. Fix your mind on Krishna, and the storm outside will finally yield to inner peace. Let every thought gravitate toward the divine as a needle points north in the dark. This is the wisdom that Arjuna discovered. This is the wisdom available to you today. Do not rush, for the soul finds its rhythm in the slow, deliberate pulse of peace. In the silence, you will find the answers that words cannot ever hope to contain. Stay intent on Him, the source of all light, the keeper of all hidden truths. The senses have finally found their master, and the soul has found its home here. Breathe in the calm, breathe out the chaos, and remain forever anchored in your truth. The battle is won not with weapons, but with the strength of a focused heart. Carry this peace with you into the world, a beacon for all who are lost. The wisdom of Krishna is eternal, waiting for your heart to open its heavy doors. Become the stillness in the center of the turning world, steady, wise, and forever free.